Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we're going to take a look at several things for you because we're going to cover the energy for the 27th of April through the 10th of May. So that includes, we're going to take a look at the full moon that's happening on the 26th and the 27th. We're going to start with that first, and then we're going to take a look at what's going on for you for the new moon that's going to be happening on the 11th. So kind of just really prepping you up and getting you ready to go. This full moon is happening at 7 degrees of Scorpio. That is your second house of what you value. And it is opposing Uranus and Taurus. So that is sudden changes. So this is a very powerful full moon. There's a lot of other aspects around it making it, oh gosh. I was listening to Jenny Burek, and she's like, it is a mother of a full moon, and I started laughing because that is really a great way to describe this one. So let's see what this full moon holds in store for you. I don't know either of these cards, but they look beautiful, actually. So looks like we're looking at the Truth because we have the Tour, and we have the Chalice Well, which is also kind of like around the Truth. This is the new Mist of Avalon deck that I have, so I'm going to actually read what they have to say, but let's just start here with the Tour. It says, Spiritual Seeker, enter the great hill, the pinnacle portal to Avalon. So, you are on a quest for greater self-understanding and spiritual enlightenment. Remain focused and aligned with your spiritual growth and intention. You are now ready to raise your energetic vibration, reconnect with your deepest self. This is a wonder and magic within your reach. All you need to do is have faith. And the Chalice Well has that same kind of energy to it. When I look at this card, it looks like a big portal and an opportunity to move into the direction that you want to go. So it says, drink from the magical waters of divination and be restored. You are ready to stand in your feminine creative power. Use your inner well of wisdom, reflect and listen to your intuition. Learn from your emotions and move forward to greater self-awareness. Allow the goddess to nurture you to heal past wounds that have prevented you from moving forward. Now is the time to practice self-care and be nurtured. So while I'm reading that, all I can think really and truly is that if you can release and let go of your doubts about your own inner wisdom, your own innate wisdom, you are going to have transformation and you have hope. I feel like this is a big opportunity. So Uranus is going to probably help to transform also that is in the house of transformation for you. And you have you have a full moon and you have Uranus there like opposing it. So this feels like a big download of where you cut through the crap and you have the clarity of what it is. You know what it is that you truly want. Like, that's what that feels like. It's really beautiful energy. There's a lot of stuff coming up this week, but the sun is also going to conjunct Uranus on the 30th, which is a Friday, and Venus is going to trine Jupiter on Sunday the 2nd at the same time that Mercury is in trine energy, really good flow energy with Pluto. And so this feels like a week of really transformative energies that are surrounding you, giving you the opportunity to identify what is truly of value to you. Where are those dreams and what do you need to release to let go of in order to manifest them into your life? And you have keeping it in check, pay attention to what's going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important detail. And I feel like it's more about the details. I think it's about, see how he's kind of diving deep into your emotion, diving deep into your intuition, and paying attention to what it is that is coming up that seems really important to you. I think this is about identifying issues around self-esteem, self-worth, what is truly of value to you, what it is that you want to create and bring into your life. So this is some really good stuff here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the energy then for the next 2 weeks for you, and then we'll get into that new moon on the way out the door here, so to speak. I do want to invite you, if you haven't had an opportunity, I'm doing a soul growth series. They come out on Sundays, so you might want to check those out and see what's going on. And I'm offering an ambassador program where it gives you an opportunity to get on a call with me every month with the group, where I do Q&A, and also to get personal readings for you. And so check all that out. I cover all of that information in episode 1 of the Soul Growth series, but I'm going to create another video and hopefully have that up over the next week or so that you can check that out on my page. Look at this. You have the Scythe as the overall energy for this next 2 weeks. This is about releasing, cutting out, and it's a quick, fast, that Uranus and Taurus, sudden tower moment of information where you go, that's the thing that's got to go. That's what's holding me back. That's what's stopping me from going after my dreams and understanding who I am and believing in myself. That's the thing that's got to go. Pretty exciting. Let's get into the cards. Okay. So, the sun never really came up today. It's been raining all day, so I really crap for a lighting, and I'm apologizing for that, but it just never got any better. Okay, so past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. The key to the situation, you had the stork that came flying out in the upright position. It is a long-awaited change in the heart space, and I think you are going to know. You're going to be like, that is what I wanted to know. That's what I needed to know. That was it. I think you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, it feels like lightning bolt of guidance and information coming to you where you're like, that's it. Now, for some of you, hey, you might get pregnant. Some of you, maybe deciding not to be pregnant. Hard to say. That's a kind of an odd combination there. So, but you can't miss it. There's all those children and the stork, and it's in the heart space. And so, if there's been a loss in your life, I just want to take a moment to offer my condolences. And I feel like at least for one of you, and it feels like maybe 2 or 3, that is a thing. Okay, so love yourself, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, forgive yourself. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. They just keep saying that. You didn't do anything wrong, you didn't do anything wrong, you didn't do anything wrong. Okay? So we have soul contracts when we come here, and every soul has the opportunity to opt out. And then there's just incarnation into a new form. The hard part is the loss that's left behind, the people that are already incarnated, and the sadness that it creates. And so you didn't do anything wrong. Love yourself through it. Okay? All right. But for the vast majority of you, let's move forward here. Okay. So in the recent past, we've got, in the area of trying to get information and guidance, we have action. We have the man. So you might have been trying to find some information about, is this guy going to do anything? Or this could be about trying to discern what kind of action to take. When I do a general reading, I really don't assign gender. I more look at the energy around it. And so the male is about taking action, but maybe you needed some more information in order to know what action to take. In the area of transformation, we have happiness coming in. This is beautiful. Whatever it is that's being cut out, this sudden insight, this thing, I'm like, I know what is of value to me. It brings around the opportunity to bring in happiness into your life. Also choosing happiness. Okay, so they just said choosing happiness. Happiness is a choice. we find it within ourselves. We find it in the things that we do that bring us the joy and the happiness. We create happiness for ourselves. If you're relying on for someone else to create the happiness in your life, then you're looking to the wrong person. We create our own happiness. In the area of finances, thoughts about abundance of thoughts, we have the Tower. So this is like a leveling up. So there's an opportunity here for you to actually get, maybe you quit a job and now you're leveling up to a better job, or you have an investment that does well, or you get a promotion at work, or there's something around finances that's leveling up, and you're safe and you're protected. Your finances are safe and protected through this process. So yeah, so this is looking very career-like all of a sudden here. So this is kind of cool. Some of you have been wondering, should you make a job change? Is this a great way to go? And I think you decide to quit and take a better job, and it brings happiness because you were trying to decide whether or not to take the action, because in the area of where you had the doubts, we've got the Fox, and the Fox is in the heart space, is usually about business. It could be about another party, another situation, but this Fox is actually listening to the fairies. He is listening to his intuition to know when it's time to go, and this is in the past, and so now the change is happening, and in the future, it is about making a choice, a decision. Yeah, I think you cut one thing out, you decide. This full moon is going to illuminate, and look, we have the sun and the moon here too, which is, you are going to know. You are going to know what to do. I believe that information, that guidance is going to come to you. I do want to caution you that the week of the 3rd through the 9th, there's a lot of stubborn energy where people are going to be really stuck in their ways and not wanting to make changes and not wanting to see other people's point of view. But Thursday is a really good day for negotiating. If you want to negotiate a contract that day, or if you want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody, Thursday is a good day for that. Monday the 3rd is not so great. Monday the 3rd is some really super tough energy around it. So if you could wait, Mercury will move into its home sign in the evening, so Tuesday slightly better. Wednesday, people will be definitely aware of what they're feeling about what is of value to them and pretty headstrong about it. But if you can wait till Thursday, it's much better energy. And the weekend actually brings in some really good energy, especially Saturday and Sunday, so really the weekend. And so it's improved communication. It's more of a sense of what it is that really is of value to you. And so I think we know where to expand things. So that is the 8th and the 9th of May. And the 10th has the 10th looks a little interesting too. It has a very decisive tone to it. so try to get as much, be sure of what it is. And I think that on the 10th that you might go in and say, hey, look, this is how this is going to go down. And then you plant the seeds of the new intention. And so, if you're going to quit your job on Friday, that would be okay. Thursday, Friday, Monday the 10th looks okay for that. I would just try to give yourself time to make this decision. Okay, in the recent past, communication has been a complication. So maybe you've been waiting for information. Maybe you've been waiting for guidance. Maybe there's been a lot of emailing back and forth and you're trying to get enough information, because up here it looks like you've been trying to decide when was a good time to make a move. But I got to tell you, this move, look at this. We have the tree. So the tree is stability. The tree is growth. The tree is... that's so positive. This is such positive energy. It's strength. It's family oriented. It's a move that is very, oh wow, and you end up with healing in the end. So, if you've been struggling with health, there's news and information coming in that's going to help you to become healthier, to start moving in the direction of healings. So for some of you, this could be surgery. This transformation is very beneficial. And so, yes, surgery makes a lot of sense when I'm looking at these cards. So for some of you, there might be surgery, which helps your long-term health, and it brings healing. There's choices and decisions. There's a lot of choice and decision energy going on here. So let's take a look at a little additional guidance that we can get here. What else am I seeing? So this is an abundance of healing that brings in security, a sense of security and feeling safe, because it's in the house of the anchor. And so it's like this healing, whether it's in a relationship or in your heart space or finances, or, you know, if you're physically healing, it looks really great. So here, while you were trying to decide what to do, you're being asked to think about using your intuition. We have the High Priestess showing up in the area of thoughts. Trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation, and we have the Eight of Spring. And so then you'll know what to do. But there's like, it's stress having come from many things happening at once and successful multitasking and sudden events or changes. That full moon is going to bring in these sudden changes. There's no way around that. And then by the time we get to the next cycle of moons, we start having the eclipses, and the eclipses are going to affect you because they are tied up with the air signs. And so over the course of the next couple of weeks before we get to that, start thinking ahead and try to get as much accomplished as you can once the decision is made, to get as many of your ducks in order as you possibly can. Okay, so let's see what we have going on here in the heart space for a little more information. Whoa, inner child. Make some time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly, have fun, but stay safe. It actually says that, but stay safe. All right, so this is also with all these children here in the heart space. So the key would be also, okay, so laughter is the best medicine, they just said. So whatever is going on here, finding the joy, choosing the happiness. Happiness will transform your situation, your attitude. You get to pick it, right? We can't always pick our circumstances. Nelson Mandela was in prison for frickin' ever, right? And yet he said that he was never in prison in his mind because he chose his attitude. So you get to choose your attitude, and you're really being encouraged to go ahead and do that. So we have the revealer of truth, the coyote. That full moon is going to reveal some truths. It's called the truth moon for a reason. Like things will come to light. It will help you to make choices and decisions, whether it's about having a surgery or making a move or changing a job, or there's some major decision you're making here, and the information that you've been trying to figure out is going to come. But it's really important that you choose an attitude that helps you. So don't take things too seriously. Make time for play. Wow, that's it at 2. Make time for play. They are really drilling down on that. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and the tricks of life and learn from them. So everything's just a learning and growth experience. So don't expect perfection out of yourself. Nobody has to be perfect. In fact, we can't be perfect, and why would we want to really do that? You have the raccoon, the inventor, and I've literally never seen this card, and I've had this deck for years. So you get a new one. Decide what you really want. No kidding. You have the ingenuity to claim it, avoid being the trickster, and practice integrity. Okay, that with the coyote and the fox here, don't be trying to game the situation. Don't be trying to maneuver and manipulate. This is called the truth moon for a reason. I can't advise you strongly enough to stay in the truth, to stay in the higher vibration, to have some fun and enjoy yourself. And it's okay to make mistakes. And if you are like trying to get out of, like, say you screwed something up and maybe at work or whatever, don't try manipulating it so it doesn't look like you. Take responsibility. The scythe is also about taking responsibility, and cut through the bull and be honest. Okay, if you're overwhelmed, if you need help, ask for it. Like stay in your integrity. You have many roles and you can juggle them well. You have a lot going on. 8 of Wands. This one says you have many things going on and you need to juggle them. There's a lot happening here, but be honest. And if you need help, ask for it. And don't try to cover up mistakes. That is not going to help anything. I can tell you that when I'm looking at these cards. So be very cautious of that. So let's take a look at that new moon that is happening at 21 degrees of Taurus. It is happening at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. So it's mostly happening on the 11th. You have the birch tree, which to me is always about transformation, death, and rebirth. It is a new start, and that's perfect for a new moon in Taurus. It is about growing something new from what has dissipated. But let's just take a look at what this says. Endings and new beginnings, cleansing and purification, releasing old patterns, overcoming difficulties, shedding the old, and new growth. So it is just a process of that. There is a new beginning coming. When this full moon happens and you cut something out, you create space. Remember to have fun. Remember to stay in your integrity. Remember to allow the universe to bring you the help you need. And don't forget to ask for it if you need it. You don't, just because you can do everything yourself doesn't mean that you should have to. You are Libra, keep it in balance, right? Balance is super important. So is the truth and justice. So I am a little surprised that we have that so much trickster stuff coming up. And so take a look around. Is everybody being honest with you? Maybe this isn't so much about you needing to stay in your integrity. Is everyone around you staying in their integrity? Right? So kind of take a look at that too and see what you feel. Release the old and rest. Yeah, that's the cutting things out. That is letting things go. This also could be a timing card of we have the long-awaited change here, this 9 months, autumn. You know, by the time we get to we're in spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. So for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, this could be right now. For those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, it could be a timing issue of it going out 6 to 9 months, you know. And we have bountiful nature. So you're being asked to stay in high vibration. And one of the ways to do it is to breathe, to play, to get out in nature, to get your hands in the dirt, go for a walk. Just sit for a few minutes with your back against a tree and allow yourself to rest and really connect with nature. And that is a good way to meditate, to think your way through it, to connect through the high priestess, right? Is just by being out in nature and letting the information be brought to you in what you see, what you feel, what you think. The random thoughts that flow through your head are not actually random. And sometimes it's in play that we find the random thoughts that are not random, right? So pay attention to the details around you. Ask for help if you need it. Yeah. Okay, so you have the fox, the coyote, and the raccoon. And this full moon card had the keeping it in check about staying focused and paying attention. So they're just really pushing that in my head right now. So really paying attention. Excuse me. Okay. Here's what I ask folks who aspire. Look how beautiful that card is. Who aspire to being fabulously rich. Couldn't you just pretend you're a multi-millionaire, you know, right after you're done pretending that you're not? It is your attitude. You get to pick your attitude. You get to focus on your dreams. This is fertile ground that we are in right now, and what you think about is what you're actually going to manifest. When you say things like, I never have enough, then you won't. If you say, I am attaining all of my dreams, then you are. Something wonderful is happening for you right now. Something wonderful is happening for you right now. Allow yourself to receive, stay in your integrity, allow the growth and the opportunity to come to you. It's an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one that has a lot of promise. So this looks like a very potent time for you. I'm excited for you. I look forward to catching up with you in 2 weeks and seeing how you're doing. In the meantime, be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, and the soul growth series on that come out on Sundays. You guys take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.